Today is my youngest daughter's 16th birthday, and I haven't heard from her in 15 months. No text this morning, no call last night, no candles, no cake I helped pick out, no picture I'm in. Just a Wednesday that used to be the most important day of the year for her. And if you know what that feels like before your feet hit the floor, stay with me. Because I want to tell you something today I wish somebody had told me 15 months ago. But first, let me take you back to the day she was born, because that story is the whole thing. I'm Jerry S. Lin with the 5-second Reflex. If therapy, willpower, and self-help haven't worked, this channel exists for you. We go to the root of why change never sticks and give you the tools to make it permanent so you can finally live the life you want. Real quick, wherever you're watching, hit subscribe or like or drop a comment below. It tells the platform this matters, and I promise you, everything I share here, I earned the hard way. And listen, if you are a parent in the same situation right now, and you want to know exactly how to regulate your nervous system so you stop reacting from your wound and start responding from your values, I run a free Saturday reset every week, a live session, real tools, real people. The link is in the description. Come as you are. Okay, now back to the story. So it's a Thursday, and I'm on the 13th hole of the Presidio golf course here in San Francisco. It's about 2 in the afternoon, the fog's sitting just far enough back that the sun's still out and there was good rhythm. It was a good day. I was with my 3 buddies out there and my phone rings. I pick it up, it's my wife. I pick up and she goes, "Hey, I'm in labor." I said, What? Okay, I'll head back now." She goes, Yeah, but I'm fine. I'm home. I'd rather be resting at home than laying at the hospital. Come when you're done. I looked at the phone again. I looked at the fairway. I looked at the phone. And she goes on the phone, "Jerry, just finish your round." So my buddies were telling me, go, dude. You're going to regret it if you don't. But I told them I had the coolest wife. And I finished out the round. I know. My wife brought it up for the next 10 years as well. But here's the thing. She loved telling that story to her friends because she absolutely meant it. This is our 3rd. She has been through this twice already. She's one of those people who completely calm in her body in a way I never understood, because if that were me in labor, I would be texting 911 and an Uber at the same time. But her, completely in her element. This was her element. Just come when you're done. 2 hours later, I walk through the door. She's getting into full labor, and a few hours later, just like that, the little baby arrived. She cried for exactly 2 seconds, the way all babies do. And then she just stopped. She opened her eyes. She looked around slowly, deliberately, like she was taking inventory, like she was deciding if she wanted to stay. I remember standing there thinking, this one's gonna be something. Now here's a little secret about that day. For 9 months, I called this baby Junior. Junior? Yeah, see, I never wanted to know the sex of any of my kids before they were born. I said no at every ultrasound. I wanted to be surprised, because I figured you can't change the sex by willing it anyways. You get what you get and you don't complain, right? So you might as well be surprised. But here's my situation at home. See, my wife, the 2 daughters, our dog Nikki. Nikki was also a female, by the way. So 4 females and me. So I started joking. This one has to be a boy. It's gotta be. The universe owes this one to me, right? And the first trimester exam came. The doctors go, "You want to know the sex?" I said, "No." My wife put her hand up right away and said, I do. So I walked out into the hallway and I waited. She comes out and goes, "You sure you don't want to know?" I said, "Yep, I never want to know." And she locked it in. 6 months, not one slip. So Junior stays Junior. And then every single day, Junior's gonna be my buddy. Junior and I are gonna fix things. We're gonna work on the cars together. You know, Junior is finally gonna watch TV with me without negotiating the remote. No more Disney princesses. And then somewhere around month 5, something beautiful happens. My wife comes to me one evening, completely serious, and she goes, "What if you're actually right? What if it is a boy?" I looked at her dead straight face. I said, babe, I've been telling you. Of course it's gonna be a boy. Here's a little secret. I knew the whole time she was a girl, because the look on my wife's face when she walked out of that ultrasound room said it so clearly. But I played along just for fun. I thought to myself, doctors are wrong sometimes, right? But I knew deep down. And I want you to hold on to that moment, because here's the thing that blew my mind. She had the answer. She was in the room. She knew. But 6 months of the same message said every day with complete certainty and warmth behind it. And even the person who had the facts started to feel it. This is not magic. That is how the nervous system stores belief. Not through logic, through repetition, through frequency, through the thing that gets said the most with the most feeling behind it. Remember that, because it matters at the end of this story. And then that Thursday in that room, she arrives, open eyes, looks around, doctor smiles. It's a girl! I stood there for a second and then I started laughing because of course it was a girl. Of course. Junior, you were never a boy for one single second. But for 9 months, you almost had your mother convinced. Here is what nobody tells you about your third child. You think you've got it figured out by now. You've done the diapers, the sleeplessness, the first everything, and then this one comes along and finds a frequency inside you that none of the others had access to. For us, it was the BattleBots. The TV show where engineers build robots that destroy each other in an arena. If you don't know it, picture 2 refrigerators built by nerds in a steel cage fighting to the death. Incredible television. So one evening, she's maybe 6 or 7 years old. I flip it on. She sits down right next to me on the couch, feet not quite reaching the floor. And within about 3 minutes, she points at the screen and she goes, "That one, I like that one." I go, "Why that one?" She goes, "Because it looks like it's trying harder." I'm looking at this little person in her pajamas, having fully formed opinions about robot combat strategies. Her robot wins. She throws her hands up in the air like she built it herself. And from that night, that was our thing. No phone, no agendas, no performing, no negotiating. Just the 2 of us side by side watching robots being completely at peace, rather smashing each other around, right? So in a house that was loud and beautiful and full of people and energy, that couch, that show, that little girl was the quietest I have ever felt. See, 16 years goes by fast. God, it goes by fast. I got to be there when she learned to ride a bike. I got to hold the back of the seat and run alongside her. I got to be the one who let her go when she was ready. I got to watch her ride. See, nobody can take that moment from me. She turned 16 today, and I haven't heard her voice in 15 months. I found out she performed at Carnegie Hall last summer from a credit card bill that I paid for. A family trip to New York that I wasn't allowed to go, I guess. See, my daughter stood on stage at Carnegie Hall. The thing she loves most, more than anything. The girl who sat on the couch and picked the robot that was trying harder was on stage at Carnegie Hall, and I missed it. And I found out the same way I find out about subscriptions I'd forgotten I had, through the credit card bill. She should be getting her driver's license about now, and I'm not in the passenger seat. Somebody else is telling her to look forward, put her hands on 9 and 3. See, let me tell you how we got here. My ex-wife and I were living in separate houses, separate lives for 5 years, divorced for 2. And for a while, it was hard but workable, the way most divorces are. And I remember vividly the day we signed those divorce papers. She was sitting in the passenger seat, flipping those papers, took a deep breath and said, "I failed my marriage." Not our marriage, my marriage. And then I started dating again. 4 years of being completely alone, and I started dating again. That's it. That was the trigger. Not something I did to them, not something that changed their lives or their comfort or what I provided. I made a private decision about my own happiness, my happiness, and it cracked something. The image she was still holding, the story her nervous system was still running, that picture of the family, even after 5 years of living apart, even after the papers were signed. And when that image broke, she gave the girls a choice. Not out loud maybe, not with those words exactly. But when you live in a house with someone whose nervous system is in pain, you don't need the words. You feel the temperature, you learn the rules fast. Choose him and feel what that will cost you here. And 3 daughters who love their mother, who lived with their mother, who see her every single day, came and gave me an ultimatum. All 4, the ex and the 3 daughters, arms joined like the Avengers. They said, choose us or her. I said, I'm not choosing her or me over y'all. You girls are choosing to toss away your dad. There are no sides here. I'm not against your mother. We just didn't get along and we modeled what an unhealthy marriage looked like to you girls. And I'm so sorry about that. And I worry about you every day. I love you girls. I also deserve to be happy. And who I date doesn't affect your daily lifestyle at all. I still pay your tuition, your mom's rent, your credit cards. I still fix the house, the cars. But I want to tell you what that does to your body. It's not sadness. Sadness I could hold. It's a full system shutdown. I have survived a brain aneurysm, a bankruptcy, the loss of my father, decisions under pressure that most people will never face at once. And nothing dropped me to my knees faster than the moment all 3 of my girls went silent at the same time. Because it wasn't just loss, it was the story it told my nervous system about who I was. All those years, all that love, all those mornings and homework and battles and battle bots, nights, and the golf course and the phone calls and 9 months of Junior. Hey Junior, Junior's gonna do this. All gone. Because I decided to be happy. Erased from 130,000 photos from their memory of the trips that we've taken. And my first reflex was not good. My face turned purple, my hands were shaking. I wanted to fight. I wanted to fix it. I wanted to force everyone to understand how wrong this was. I slammed my hand on the table. I said things from my wound instead of my values. And in doing that, I confirmed every story being told about me. See that moment right there? That moment right there? That is what the 5-second reflex exists for. Because between what I felt and what I did, there was 5 seconds. The 5 seconds I didn't use. And I want to teach you how to use them. Here is the one thing I know for certain after all of it. Your nervous system fired before you even knew you were reacted. See, your chest tightened, the story started spinning, the wound took the wheel, and 5 seconds later, you did something you can't take back. See, most people never catch that window. They feel the activation and they follow it straight into the reaction. The text, the call, the showing up at the door, the post on social media that was really just pressure dressed up as pain. And then they wonder why nothing is getting better. See, a 5-second reflex is built on one truth. Your nervous system moves 5 seconds before your conscious mind catches up. Which means the only way to change the outcome is to interrupt that gap. Not suppress it, not pretend it isn't there. Just catch it and ask yourself one question. Is what I'm about to do coming from my values or coming from my wounds? I could not answer that question honestly and still send the angry message. I could not answer it honestly and still show up from desperation. I could not answer it honestly and still let the pain run from my parenting. The wound wanted all those things. My values wanted something different. My values wanted to be the kind of father that when this is over, my daughters look back and see someone who never stopped being himself. And here is where I want to pause for just 1 second, because if you are in this right now, if you felt the 5-second moment and you know you didn't use it, or you know you're one text message trigger away from losing it again, I want to invite you to the Saturday Reset. Every Saturday, I run a free live session where we do exactly this work together. Not theory, not a lecture. We actually regulate. We actually practice the pattern interrupt. We do it together so your nervous system learns it in your body, not just in your head. Because reading about the 5-second window is one thing, training it is another. The link is in the description. It's free. Come as you are. Okay, let's get back to the story right now. So here is what I cannot control. I cannot control what is being said in that house. I cannot control my ex-wife's nervous system. I cannot control the timeline. I cannot control when the phone rings. I tried every version of controlling those things and none of it worked. But here is what nobody told me, and I want to tell you right now. The most powerful thing you can do for your child is become someone extraordinary while they're gone. Not to prove something, not to perform it, but because your child is going to grow up. They are going to start asking their own questions. And the day they go looking for the truth about who you are, what are they going to find? So every morning before the grief could run, I got my body regulated first. 7 minutes of breathing, stillness, not because it fixed anything, because it gave me access to my values before my wound could take it. Put me in alignment between my head, my heart, and my gut. I kept building this work, this channel, these tools, not despite the pain, but because of it. I stayed present for what was here. My life partner, my dog buddy, my mother, my closest friends, the people who chose to show up with me. I hold my character steady in every space my daughters can still see. Not performing it, living it, and I keep telling them I love them. Not to create pressure, just so there is always a record of a father who will never stop showing up even when the door is closed. See, every single one of those things is frequency. A consistent, warm, unchanged signal goes out into the world. And here is what I know about signals. I spent years building sensor networks. Over 2 million deployed sensors, infrastructure for cities, corporations, government agencies, systems that had to push a signal through a wall, through concrete, through steel, through every kind of interference you can imagine. Sometimes we'd install a system, turn it on, and nothing would come through on the other side. New engineers would panic. The signal is lost. There's no signal. I'd say, no, it's still transmitting. The conditions just aren't right yet. Keep it running. Let's figure out how we can adjust the conditions. And when the conditions change, it'll come through. See, your love signal is the signal. Right now, there's a thick wall, but a signal that stops transmitting cannot be received when the conditions change. A signal that keeps going is waiting. Don't stop transmitting. Because remember, Junior, 6 months of one consistent message held with warmth, held with certainty, held every single day. And even the person who had the facts started to feel it as real. That is your nervous system teaching you something. Repetition rewires belief. Consistency builds the frequency that gets received. Your child's nervous system is going to grow up. The walls are going to come down, and the first frequency they reach for is the one that was always there. So hold on to it, hold it, keep that frequency running. And let me tell you about David. He's a great guy. David came to me 2.5 years into his silence. His son was 14. 26 months without a real conversation. He was dysregulated, reactive, making every decision from that wound. He sent messages he regretted. He'd shown up in ways that confirmed the story being told about him behind his back. He didn't start with strategy, he started with his frequency. Who are you becoming right now while your son can't see you? What signals are you putting out into the world every single day? He got regulated, he got healthy, he stopped fighting the war he couldn't win and started building the life his son would want to come home to. 4 months later, his son texted him. Not a big message, not a movie moment, 3 words. Hey, you good? That's it. That was the door. And David told me later, he said, Jerry, he didn't text me because I fought hard enough. He texted me because I became someone safe enough. That's it. That's the whole thing. Become someone safe enough to return to. So today is her birthday. My youngest, the one who arrived smiling, the one who picked the robot that was trying harder, the one I called Junior for 9 months, while her mother kept the best secret of their lives. She's 16 years old today. She's almost old enough to drive a car. She has been on the stage at Carnegie Hall. She's becoming someone I would be so proud of if I got to see it up close. And in a few minutes, after I stop recording this, I'm gonna go somewhere quiet, close my eyes, and feel what I felt like when she first looked around. That little inventory check, that moment where she decided to stay. I'm gonna feel the couch, the quiet, her feet not quite reaching the floor. And I'm gonna say what I would say if all three of my girls were right here. I know why you went quiet. I understand it in a way I didn't that day. And I want you to know, I never stopped. Not for a single day. So happy birthday, kiddo. You are brilliant. You are talented. You have a voice that was made to fill rooms, and Carnegie Hall got to hear it. And I'm so proud of you. From here, I love you. I'm still here. And I will be for as long as it takes. The frequencies you hold will turn out right. Keep transmitting. If today landed somewhere real for you, if you felt something in this story that you have been carrying alone, come to the Saturday Reset this week. Every Saturday, free, live together, we regulate, we rebuild, we practice the tools that actually work when the pain is real. You don't have to have it together to show up. That's the point. The link is in the description. Scan the QR code on the right side of the screen right now, and I'll see you on Saturday. And like and subscribe right now so I can keep bringing this content to more people who need it. If you're tired of change that never lasts, you are in the right place. We teach you how to uncover the hidden patterns quietly running your life, retrain them at the root, and finally make change that actually sticks so you can live the life that you want. Subscribe. I'm Jerry S. Lin, 5 Second Reflex. I'll see you in the next one.